Hey guys, Max to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at some leaks for Springfest, so let's get into the video. Alright, so we have some stuff for the Grotto, some armor sets that are also going to be coming to the game. But first, there are a couple of new armor sets, or I guess they're not really new. But the special offers, if you go here, we have the spring pre-sale. I don't remember how much time it is. My game's kind of bugged right now, so it just says time template left. But we do have some stuff here, so you could like buy the Triceratops set, and then I think this is the Lucky set. They are cheaper prices than usual. I don't know how much the Triceratops set normally is, but here it's $225. I think that the Lucky set was like 800-ish Magic Coin last time it was available, so it's a lot cheaper now. And then I'm not sure why okay, these are not even supposed to be here. I don't know why it's showing buddy icons instead of relics and wands. And yeah, so basically everything is a little cheaper. So that is, I think, everything in the game. There might be one other thing. I'll go ahead and check on that. So I was thinking that maybe there was a new rift. There's a leak about that a little later. It does look like Flint right here has returned. I don't know if that was his name before. I don't remember, but if you click on him, he won't send you to any shop because there's not any rifts right now. But there is supposed to be a rift maybe coming with Springfest. So moving on to our first leak, this is a mount. This is Icon Mount 46. It's sort of like a balloon dog. I think that's like its exact name. It might actually be balloon animal. But this is the icon for it, and then here is the spine for it. So it's pretty much exactly what you would think it is. You're probably just going to be standing on behind this, I would assume. I don't know if this is going to have like some opacity effect on it or something like that, because you should probably be able to see like your wizard standing sort of right here, I would assume. Then we have another mount. This is Icon Mount 47. I think this is called the Bunny and Fox Wagon or something like that. If we zoom in, you can see there's a fox shield right here. We have some carrots that represents bunnies, and then we have this like featherish thing right here that you would associate with the foxes. So that is the icon for it. And then we also have what it's going to look like when you're wearing it, sort of, or when you're riding it, I guess. So you will be standing behind this and in front of this. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for that. Then we have this one, which is kind of just like not super interesting at all. We have Icon Mount 48. This is sort of just like a ball. I think that it's called the circus ball. So it's just a red ball with a star. And then here is the mount for it, or the spine for it. So not really anything interesting there. Then next we have this called NPC Face Cloaked Wizard. I don't know what this is supposed to be for. I don't know if this means that we are going to have a cloaked wizard talking in some way. That would be a little interesting. I don't know what it would say. And we have the brown one, which I don't really think you can battle the brown one unless it's physical or something like that, which I don't think it is. So I have no idea what this is going to be for. Then we have a armor set that's going to be coming to the game. This is one of two armor sets that we have coming to the game. Another one was leaked last week, so you might have seen it already. But this one right here, these sort of look like wings. Or maybe they kind of look like bug wings, I guess. They could just be a little decoration. But yeah, these are what the icons for those boots are. Here is what it's going to look like when you're wearing it. So pretty much exactly what you would expect. It pretty much looks almost identical to the icon. Then we have the icon for the hat, which is sort of like a bug wing in a way. It's got a flower right here. I assume this is going to be for Springfest based off the color theme and the flowers that we see on it. So here is the front of it, or like what it's going to look like when you're wearing it. So this is pretty cool, I guess. Then we have the outfits. So this one looks pretty nice as well. It's sort of got like a bunch of golds on it, and then more of like the bug wings, I would guess. Then we have the wand for it. So this looks pretty cool, and that's what it's going to look like when you're wearing it. The icon for it looks like this. Then we have the relic, which looks like this. It's sort of just like pretty much the exact same theme as all the other ones. Then we have a couple pieces of pet gear. So this is a hat, and this looks like a balloon animal as well. I guess this could potentially be going with this mount right here. Potentially, we could be seeing something like circus themed. I don't know where that would be. I don't think it would be in Springfest, but maybe they'll like do that as a special offer or something like that. We'll just have to see what happens with that. And then we have another one right here, which sort of looks like a ticket. I guess this could sort of go with the circus ball, maybe. They do have like similar color schemes, and that's pretty much the only thing I can think of this going with. And then this one is pretty interesting. This is called Battle Grotto. So this is what the battle background for when you're in the grotto, this is what it's going to look like. It looks pretty cool. You can see that we're going to be sort of like on an island surrounded by water, and then there are just like gems everywhere, and it looks pretty cool. So this will be underground along with the rest of the grotto. The next thing we have is called End Frame Icon Home. I don't know what either of these, or this or the next one is. The next one is called End Frame Icon Membership. I have no idea what either of these are supposed to be for, but I'll let you guys do some theorizing in the comments on what you think these will be for. And then we have video image ripped back. So this will be indicating that we will be getting some sort of Dragon Isle portals again. We pretty much haven't gotten a rift, I guess, since maybe Pumpkin Fest, I guess. Or maybe, I don't remember the last time we got one. I know we got the like one that lasted 90-ish days or something like that, but we really haven't gotten another portal since then, so I don't know what they're doing with that. But hopefully we see these come back in Springfest. That's sort of what I'm thinking. Then we have this one, which is called Video Image Rift Icon Keys, which basically just has the 3 types of keys: the normal one, the block one, and then the green swirl one. And then this last one is really cool. This is called Button Lamplight Springfest. So this is what Springfest is going to look like on the map for Lamplight Town. I think that it looks really cool with the bunny hideout, or with the fox castle over here and like the bunny tent over here. I think it looks really nice. And yeah, I think it looks really cool. And then the final things that we are going to be looking at in terms of images, these are for a Sarazig, or the ice one. I think it's Sarazug. But this is what those are going to look like. So this is the relic for it. We're kind of going in backwards order of how I normally show armor. But this is the relic for it. This is the outfit for it. So kind of looks a little odd. I think it would look better if we actually have the whole thing put together, but I do not know how to do that. So we pretty much just have this right here. I guess we're going to have sort of a disconnection between this part and the gloves, which means we'll be able to see some of our wizard's arms, I'm guessing. Then we have the hat, which sort of looks like a gamer headphone in a way. Then we have the wand, which sort of looks like just an ice staff with some Sarazug wings. It looks pretty good. That's what it's going to, or that's the icon. Here's what it's going to look like when you're wearing it. So pretty much the exact same thing. Then this is what the hat is going to look like when you're wearing it. So it looks pretty cool. And then we have the boot. So this is what it's going to look like when you're wearing it. And this is the icon for it. And then finally, we have some stuff to look at in the data. So the first one is right here. It says State Challenge Celebration Box. So I guess if you do place wellly in these state challenges, I don't know how good you have to do. But if, or I guess if probably it's just if you get any reward, you'll get the celebration box right here. And then we have some stuff about Springfest. So this it says find the daily magic egg pile hidden around Lamplight Town. Then it says open festival chest deep inside the fish statue. That's sort of like how we had on the moon island, or I guess it's just the moon. We were able to open a chest at the end. I guess that'll sort of be like this. We'll go into the grotto and then travel through like 3 areas or something like that. And then we'll get to open a chest. And then the final one says finish goals to earn magic eggs. Spend them in the shop. And then this stuff right here is a little concerning. So this says member locked rift video member 1. So hopefully they aren't going to be locking rifts behind membership, because that would kind of suck. But that says nothing stopping you. Let's go. Play at home to learn more. Get a membership to unlock it. So hopefully it kind of does sound like it's going to be for members only for the rifts. Hopefully it's not. Or I guess it might just be maybe you're going to be able to play it at home. Kind of. This sentence right here makes it sort of sound like, since it says member locked video, non-member school message. So maybe you'll be able to play the Rift at home, just not at school. We'll just have to see what happens with that. And now that I actually read this right here, it says member locked Rift video, non-member home message. So this is what you'll see at home. It says get a membership to unlock it. So I guess it seems like the rifts are going to be membership, which is not good. Hopefully there is one that's not for members. Maybe this will just be like the gold rift that they had. Maybe they'll just have that as the member one, and then they'll also have a free one as well. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. And then here we have 2 leaked pet costumes. So right here we have those 2. One of them says take on the magnificent form of a pterosaur. With this gleaming winged costume, you will look ready to dive through storm clouds. And then we have costume 9, which says this shiny spacesuit features a bubbly water helmet that gives you an out of this world new look. So these are going to be called Pterosaur and Astrofish. So I guess a Pterosaur one could be pretty cool. We don't know what it's going to look like, just that it'll be based off of Pterosaur. So that could be pretty cool. And the Astrofish, I think, is sort of going to be like an astronaut themed one with like a fish instead of a human head inside of the helmet or something like that. And then we do have some dialogue for Bunny Mary and Jack Fox. We still don't know what those are going to look like. But Bunny Mary will say, "Eek, you caught me sneaking in. You want this chest, battle me for it." So Bunny Mary is going to be trying to sneak into the Fox Grotto, I believe. And then Bunny Mary will say once you defeat them, "Oh no, time to go back to the burrow. Fine, fine, you can have it. You won fair and square." And then Jack Fox will say, "Oh wait, do you mean I'm not supposed to be here? Never mind, let's just battle." And then once you beat him, we'll say, "Looks like you won this time. I better get out of here quick. Take this. I don't want any more trouble." So yeah, that is going to go ahead and end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and bye.